Hi everyone, here's Simone from MeshY Studio. Welcome to this new video. This is an example file I made so to show you how you can use the MeshY component in different and various occasions. Let's close this for now. Starting from the first one in line, we have the MeshY component actually trying to faking a metaballs effect. Okay, so the metaballs are actually just those spheres, and we're taking only the depth from the render. Okay, with the depth you're actually blurring it. So if I go here, yeah, you see here we have like the polygonal normals, and if we smooth them we try to make this more fluid look. Okay, and this looks really organic. Is one click with the mesh, so you pass the depth and then you can control the light up here. Okay, they are paired as follows. So the first one the first color is the first position. Okay, but we will speak about lighting a bit in the second or third examples. Okay, let's go forward. Okay, here we have a render, so to have a surface, but since this component is meant to work with a black and white mono texture basically, so to create surfaces for us we can have this beautiful displaced surface, okay, which is actually created without any render. There is no grid, there is no render. We are actually working only from the size of the texture. Okay, so this things that looks 3D is actually a top that is being displaced with a displacement feedback. Okay, if you go inside here, then you see that the depth, in our case we treat this as depth, so white is more toward us, and we are extruding a plane here, and we can also here like blurring the normals, so to have more or less this kind of surface. I like it smooth, and we can maybe see the light in action a bit. So as I said, the first light here is enlightening this, look beautiful like this, and then we have the second light. Okay, and they can actually move also. So the first one it's here, and then you take the first one, so we have the light, color and position. Okay, so this is the X. Okay, the Y, we go down, we go up, and the intensity is the fourth parameter. So if we make it really high, we blow everything. Okay, and we have also reflection, which we can rotate in the projection. So here we have the HDR pipeline, pardon to my Windows. Here we have the HDR pipe, so we can enlight stuff with the reflection. See, and again here we have there is no grid, there is nothing. Okay, we are shading the ferret shading, and we are using the ferret lighting on a surface, but this can be used on geometry as well. Show you later. And here we are actually treating a substance top, so to stay in the PBR domain. Okay, and if you see, I can change wood with I don't know, psycho, and this change. Okay, so you have the capability to pass color, metallic and roughness, and the surface should adjust to what you pass as better as my code can. Okay, the metal is like this, very nice. Another example, which we are actually using the light with the geometry, is this one, okay, where we are actually using the unwrapper as well. So we are unwrapping the point of this torus, and then we are color the geometry by and also displacing it using the VAT, which is one of the geometry tool. So with advanced, so we have unwrapper, MeshY, which actually is not packed, it's MeshY, it's here, and the geometry tool. So everything together, you can have the fair and lighting in geometry, and those are the result, which I really like. Super smooth, very nice. Okay, so I really like this as well. I don't know. Okay, then maybe you want to have like a text, okay, and this text, I don't know, let's like, so you can have it on a plane, okay, because you know you're working with the texture, with the UV, and here is the actually same technique of this one, but just with the text, okay, and if you don't like to have the background, okay, you can actually go somewhere, but we can do it with this one. You can actually take a threshold, or we can actually take a reorder, and the reorder is taking this as alpha, as better as you can, is input to alpha. Not really what I was imagining. Input to alpha, well, let's do it with a threshold. Or, yeah, we can multiply. Pardon. Oop. And you get the kind of 3D out of it. Okay. See, we can also make it like appear really nice. You can soften it a bit. So, yeah, okay. This is the right way. Pardon. Yeah, so you get this kind of in light 3D lettering without the background. Kind of ghosty here, but I like it. Okay. And again here there is no render. And okay, one that is maybe the most easy one to understand, and then we will also build a tiny example, is the combination of the MeshY with the line matte. Okay, so by default, line matte does not allow the usage of the light comp, which is not very good because it can do a lot. So now, as you see, I am instancing point, but the render is giving to me back line and point due to the usage of the line matte. Okay, no point, only line with points, but nice. The cool things is that we have the always ready UI in the geometry viewer. So if you have a MeshY component here with this example, you can open it, and here you have the handles for the light, which are handy. Okay, and you can inlight a lot of line and a lot of point very fast using the line matte. So you can add light, very nice. And this is very fast render. You can have a lot of them. As always, I don't know, unwrapping a sphere, but we can unwrap wherever you like, any solid. Okay, so with the MeshY you can have light texture happening in your line matte renders, which is really cool. Okay, so let's actually do the same things here I'm doing without my MeshY, but just to understand why the MeshY is doing these things. Okay, we have some weight. Okay, we have some weight that we can use on points. Okay, so let's go on the palette point cloud and we take point render and point weight. Bananas. Okay, then we take a noise which is a starter point for our understanding. The noise, I want like a bunch of points scattered in 3D dimension as better as we can. Okay, and then we plug this here. Bloop. Okay, this guy is then calculating the distance from this point here, and then we have a radial fallout which we can set to linear a bit. Okay, and then if we plug this in the first one, this in the second one, okay, we can actually try to enlight point, okay, by using a weight. Okay, for example, now I center this blob, okay, and I know that this is on 0 0. Okay, so let's bring this to 0 0 like this. Okay, so you see, as soon as I move the point, this become all white because we are inside of this texture. Okay, if I scale this down, okay, let's say no, but if I scale this down, then you see we are kind of enlightening a part of this point. Okay, we have a sort of light, spherical light source, okay, that we can set here to linear, okay, and the thing starts to become kind of soft. Oops. So you can do it really like tiny, very tiny, okay, and the range can be more, okay, and you can enlight stuff. Then this can be colored, and you can have multiple of those. Okay, so if you move, then let's go here. Too much stuff distracting. No. Okay, pardon. Let's make the point a bit bigger. Okay, so you got the idea. Okay, you have this kind of spherical bulb of light inside of this, but if you move it, then we are enlightening other part. See, start to have shading, and this guy is using the line matte as well. Okay, so this is how to get light with the point weight. You have a spherical light basically for point clouds. Okay? If you want to have a more advanced in light for your point cloud, we can use this, the MeshY, which is giving more control, and you can have a this you are getting the point and color them because they are inside of the light source, which is kind of how the light work. Okay, or you can this is actually working where you have a lot of spherical bulbs of light, and each one has his own like flux. Okay, how much light is emitting, which is a bit more elaborated. Okay, so I hope you now understand the pipeline, and let's spend like the last word for another creative example, which is this one. So this is actually we create this, okay, but fast, and also we noise it. Okay, so basically, see, if I pass a sphere now, I'm inside, and I move this light, okay, so make this really bright until like this. The color coming out from this is very beautiful, honestly, and then you can move it. So this is very understandable where we are with the light, okay, and all the specular and reflection are really, to my gusto, nice to see. Okay, very nice. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. The file will be in my Patreon. You're more than welcome to support my journey. And if you need a touch design developer, you're more than welcome to contact me. Link to all my contacts is in my info. Ciao!